This is Janet. Welcome. Today I'm going to talk about Canada. Oops, it's not Canada. I mean, America. Oh, oops, Canada. I have American glasses here today, but don't fault me, okay? Don't fault me. This is America. Actually, let me remove America, okay? Let me try Canada. Thank you so much for coming. Today I'm going to reveal secrets on how people are going to Canada. Oops, this is also American. Okay, I'll come with the Canadian ones next time. Don't worry, okay? I'm going to come with Canadian ones. This is how people are going to Canada. Quickly. I know it's a Monday morning, okay? Some of you plan to go to work. Some of you are about to go to sleep. Me, I don't care. I'm just here to tell my people how people are sneaking in Canada, and then me, I'll go mind my own business and go to sleep. My job is just to tell you secrets. Okay, watch until the end of this video. Because me, I'll just piece the information and then I'm out of here. That's all I do, okay? Number one, this is how people go to Canada, all right? And I've said these things for a long time. Some of you, hello from Canada, say hi to Janet. Say hello to Janet. You like my glasses? Say hi as we entertain, okay? These ones I'm going to wear when I do my American videos. From now on, get used to Janet, okay? I think I've not been wearing American enough, and some of you get confused. You probably don't know where I am. I am in America. I speak about America. I walk on these grounds in America, and so I tell you everything about America. That's just that simple, okay? So listen to me. Today I'm going to go to Canada. And people have listened to Janet, and they have gone to Canada. And they're earning money in Canadian dollars, true. So this is how people go to Canada, all right? Number one, express entry. I'm not going to waste time on express entry because it's very competitive. But if you want to do express entry, remember, you have to do WES, evaluate your documents WES, do the IELTS, score very well in the 4 areas, spoken, written, listening, speaking, okay? Put in your education, put in your family, put in your job experience, your age, anything that can put points. But we are more likely to be waiting outside on the fences. The ones already in Canada, students, are more likely to succeed because they are already inside the fence. And Janet is going to cover all that, so stay tuned. So express entry, I'm done with express entry. But this is the truth. This is how people are going to Canada. Now, if you want to stick around, and Janet has shown you how to start LinkedIn, how to go to the job bank, Canada.ca, you find those jobs. And many of you call me, but I found a job, but as soon as they hear I'm not in Canada, voila, you don't score points. And Janet is here to tell you why you're not scoring points and why you haven't taken the plane. And by the way, the reason why there's some delays is because of the pandemic. The pandemic has delayed everything, so be patient. Okay, be patient. Number two, provincial nominee programs. Provincial nominee program, same thing, okay? Less stringent. Again, you still have to do WES. You still have to do these language exams. Do you understand? But at least the requirements are less. The English exams are less. Again, if you're outside the fence, and stay tuned so Janet can just tell you how you'll win this Canada thing. Janet doesn't put titles that she will not deliver. Me, if I put a title there, I plan to deliver. Okay, this is how people are going to Canada. Provincial nominee programs, courtesy of Janet Rangi. You've had her sing, and now you're in Canada smiling. It's the truth. Okay, and I love you. Thank you so much for supporting me and sending me those messages. Okay, because now we know the US has become tricky, and Janet has always prepared you for both. In fact, during the pandemic, I was very, very active with Canada. Some of you are smiling. Where? From Canada. Because when people are saying pandemic, Janet was busy telling people, where's? I like how in the group say, have you done WES? Have you done this? Courtesy Janet. My message is penetrating. People just say credential evaluation as if they are just going to the market. It has become common knowledge. Why? This one. Okay? People just say IELTS. It has become this one. Do you understand? At least for some of you knew that. And I'm happy. Keep spreading the message. Now people, do you know express entry? This one. Janet Rangi, okay? Now we've talked about provincial nominee programs. I've even taught you about the Canadian provinces. You have to know all the provinces in Canada. You have to have the history. You have to have the geography. That is another way. I hope you're taking notes. If you are following Janet for the first time and don't take notes, I'm not happy. Number three, rural immigration programs. There are those places that are really cold, okay? Well, some of you don't mind going into those cold places. Feel free. But the requirements might be less. Express entry by asking English 7.5, and this was saying 4.5, so why not? You better know about rural programs. You have to know about those. Okay, but Janet is coming to the real meat. Janet is very realistic. I tell you things that will work. I tell you things that are working. I tell you all the secrets. Lab technologist, stay tuned. In fact, this video I did for lab technologist. This week I'm going to call you. You thought Janet forgot about you. I did not forget about you. I did not forget about you. I have your list, and I'll be calling because there's a place for you. Do you understand? I have programs for you. This time I'm going to convince you to go to Canada. I mean, America is here. Don't get me wrong. The explanation for America is there. But for me, I see the other one is quicker. It's faster. It's more reliable. But it's up to you. The choice is yours. Okay? Rural programs. Take advantage of that. But that's not why I'm telling you people sneak. My title today is How People Sneak in Canada. This is how people sneak in Canada. Because some of you in express entry, you are waiting. Your points have not reached the threshold. When they say the points, you are always down here. Until 2 years, the profile has expired. Now you have to start all over again. Right? The profile expires. Once you put it in, it expires. And you have to keep on updating. Okay? Which one again? The most common. So this is how people are sneaking in. Number 1, the study permit. Sorry. Yes, the study permit. And Canada, if you want to go to school, actually, it's good for you to put a down payment. Okay, when you are looking for a school to get a study permit, you put a down payment, and then getting a visa becomes a little bit easier. I'm just telling you secrets. Why am I advocating for a study permit? Whether it's a community college or a university, they call them study permits. Now my language has changed. I'm no longer saying F1, F2 like these ones. You know, I'm not saying I-20. I'm saying study permit. Study permit to go to Canada as a student. And this is how they are sneaking in. And then they end up with what? Permanent residency. Permanent residency. That's how they are getting. By going there to study. As soon as they reach there, they become very, very advantaged. Now these are the same people who are in that express entry. You are busy because you listen to Janet Rangi. You want to take the shortcuts. Now you're on there. You're in express entry. You've even done the IELTS. You've gone to British Council. Where is IELTS done? It's done in British Council in those countries of yours. Okay? You've done where's they evaluated your documents. You went and put in there. You put in your masters. You put in your age. But your points are just not going there. And then another one sneaks in with a study permit. As soon as they become students, they go and update. They go and update express entry. Voila, they are taken. They go and update the provincial nominee programs. Voila. They go and do the Canada experience class. Voila. Before you are still waiting on the express entry. And by the way, I like that you took steps. But Janet just updates her information to let you know that you are struggling, and this is why you are struggling. Sometimes you really have to know what the world is doing so that you can do what the world is doing so you can succeed. Okay? Even those people in Canada will tell you, some of them came and said, they don't dish they just don't dish them as candy. Well, and how did you go there? If you went there, we can go. Period, end of story. If you're in America, we can come to America. If you're in Canada, we can come to Canada. Okay? So we are not here to listen to any discouragements. We are here to deliver, okay? Study permit consider. Why? Your points will just shoot up immediately. Immediately. You are waiting on express entry. Your friends who even didn't go to school very well like you, as soon as they get that Canadian education, they bypass you, professor. They'll bypass you even with your masters. Because they managed to go there in a community college, or they managed to go to Canada. Some of them, they sneak in there as, nannies, or they go and do NASAID. Don't get me wrong, okay? But those NASAID programs, CNA programs, they used to have permanent residency, but they keep on scraping them off. Me, I'm like, okay, I'm not going to follow things that I'm not sure, okay? This is how they go to Canada. They sneak in. This is how they sneak in, okay? They go there as visitors. As you wait in express entry, provincial nominee programs, now you're hiding in a corner with all that Janet has given information, and you're not sharing with your friends. And that's why maybe God is not opening ways. Remember, when Janet gives, you have to be willing to give. That is how it happens. You give, it will open up. Do you understand? But now, if you are tired of being in express entry in the pool, consider going there as a visitor. Okay? And some of you, I don't know where to start. And even Janet stays here. So, JanetRangi.com. JanetRangi.com, I will show you how people go there. Oh, I don't have a relative. I'll show you how people go there. Information is power. You can choose to sit there, or you can choose to do something about it. Do you understand? This is how they are going. They are sneaking in as visitors. And I told you right now in Canada, if you go as a visitor, you are allowed to work. Now, some of you say, but I heard Janet saying you can go to Canada as a visitor and you can work. So I'm going to just apply, and I will tell them, well, I've had their jobs, they will deny you. The law for visiting visa has not changed. You still have to prove you'll go back home, my friend. Yes, do they know that when you go there, employers were told, well, the pandemic is here, you don't have employees. If they have visitors, a visitor comes to your job, give them a job, they can ask for a work permit. That program is going to expire in February. And I tell people, come. You are looking at me. You're looking at me. When these things come to an end, like I used to tell people during the pandemic, apply now. Book appointments now. Until now, the portal for U.S. Embassy was blocked, full of people who listen to Janet. And some things don't stay there. Sometimes when an opportunity shows up, you have to grab these opportunities. I can't tell you enough. I lived through the first wave of nursing in America, I know. There's a period where no nurse will come to America. They would come through other means. They will never come on a green card. Okay? So now I'm telling you, as we speak, if you happen to enter Canada as a visitor, okay, you'll be able to work. Why is that important? It's because you'll be able to get that Canadian experience. And that will put you in the pool of Canadian experience class. Your points, if you're an express entry, you get that Canadian experience, which you will never have gotten. Which, if this program of employing visitors ends, you will not be able to acquire that. But we hope that they extend it. If they don't, you will not be able to do that. And we are telling you this is a golden opportunity, and you're taking time. This is how some of you are failing. Okay? You are not ready to invest in professional people. You end up doing your own things thinking you are lawyers. Remember, Canada, you cannot go at the window to defend yourself. And so the paperwork has to be perfect. Perfect. And that's why most of you get denied. You think you know. You think saving a buck will help you, but in reality it's not. I'm just telling you the truth. If you're filing in that Canadian, just know the whole world knows you can go to Canada and work as a visitor. When you're putting in the paperwork, you're competing with China. You're competing with the whole of Asia. You're competing with some in Europe. You're competing with the whole Sunshine Continent. You're competing with so many people, but you still want to operate here. And that is where we go wrong. That is where we go wrong, my friends. I'm just here to tell you. Let me go quickly to the lab technologies. Quickly. Some of you have finished, but some of you have not done. But you learn something from this very quickly. Okay? If you're a lab technologist, I have your numbers. I'll call you. If you're one of those people who just wants to take things quick, just go and book a consultation and be done with. janetrangi.com. But if not, I will still call you and explain to you how these things work. Okay? This is a process for lab technologists in America. Basically, you do just like a registered nurse through CGFNS. Okay? You are going to send in your credentials. They are going to evaluate your lab technologist credentials. They are going to tell America what kind of education you have. That's the same thing they do with nurses, but they don't go through WES. Nurses go through something we call CGFNS. It's in Philadelphia. Janet did that many years ago. It still exists. It does that. If you're a lab technologist, you ever wrote on this page and everything went wild, I still have your contacts. I'll come to you one by one and you will choose which country you want. Okay? Once they evaluate that CGFNS, all right, you'll have to do something we call IELTS. Okay? You'll have to do a background check. All those things combined, we'll call that a visa screen. Visa screen means you've met all the requirements by CGFNS. Why is a visa screen very, very important? You have to carry that. Take to the state of your choice. Do a state exam. That is where they will license you. Because before you go to that state, they will say, give us a visa screen. Oh, yeah. I did that from CGFNS. I did. I have credential evaluation. I did IELTS. I did this English exam. I did a background check. They're happy with me. Here's the visa screen. The certificate is here. Welcome. Do this exam. Once you pass, you become licensed in that state. But the next step now is to find an employer. And that employer is the one who's going to change your education for you from lab technologists in Kenya, in Africa, wherever in Ghana. I have someone in Ghana, okay, who is doing lab technologist. Give you a job. That is how they'll manage to bring you. But same thing like Canada. I can say all these processes. I can teach you all these processes that you didn't know. Okay, and some of you go in the groups and you despise me. You should be very, very ashamed. Some of you, I read the comments and I'm like, these people, the most unthankful people on earth. My blood and sweat. You are talking this lingo because of Janet. Before Janet came, you did not even know what WES is. Please have some respect. Okay? Have some respect. I love you, I love you, I love you. Okay? So lab technologies, that is what you do. Do you understand? You have to go through that. But this thing, as I said, I can teach you these express entry things. But how do you find that employer? Then it becomes very important. Do you come here as a visitor and take that opportunity? Do you come here as a student and take that opportunity? Because the lab technologists, here's the opportunities, but they are not low-hanging fruits like nurses. So it's very, very hard for me to guarantee you a job. And that's why you saw me, even if I was telling you the opportunities for you to, by there I just explained how lab technologists get green cards in America. So I've just delivered. Don't say Janet did not deliver. I've just delivered. I've just told you exactly how people get green cards in America. As a lab technologist, you can go and confirm that. Once you get an employer, they'll take your license, they will file for you your papers, and you'll become a green card holder and you'll work as a lab technologist in America. I just explained. End of story. Okay? Now let's move to Canada. There's a program. The only difference with Canada now, it's easy for me to say, hey, let me find an employer first. Once you find the employer will do everything. And then you'll just live where you are from the Sunshine Continent. Just pack your things with your family and children and go there on permanent residency. I don't have to explain much. The choice is yours. Okay? So what is Janet saying in a nutshell? Okay? Some of these things, find yourselves here. Find yourselves here. Find yourselves there. Okay? I'm going to look for eyeglasses for Canada too. Okay? We are coming to July 4th very soon. Very soon in America, we are coming to July 4th. And so we are preparing. This is how we look on July 4th. Okay? We celebrate all that independence and everything on July 4th and all the soldiers and everything. I love you so much. I hope you learned something from me. I don't want you to be late at work, okay? I have to go shower, even me tomorrow is Monday, okay? I hope you learned something, okay? Merci beaucoup. Asanteni sana. janetrangi.com. janetrangi67@gmail.com. If you want to go to Canada, it's that simple. Janet, consultation. That consultation has helped me. I cannot explain to my children why I'm wasting 30 minutes somewhere, 1 hour. Another thing the consultation has done, it brings to me very serious clients. Those people that come for consultation, they usually move to stage 2. Okay? But the rest of you, you want to learn the hard way. But this is the good news. Janet has given you most of the resources. Janet has given you all the information, and she has shown you the way. She has shown you the light. Okay? So humble yourself. Humble yourself. I see all those things you talk in the groups. Don't think just because I never say anything, it doesn't matter. I see what you say in those groups. I know you've forgotten it. This is the mastermind. You forget very quick. Even the language you are talking in that group, this is the mastermind. She formed those groups, in fact. Maybe some of you joined later. So maybe you forget the mastermind is watching and listening to what you're saying. But the mastermind is always there saying nothing, but watching and listening very keenly, but never gives up. She's here to give her people. You know, when you're a leader, you love her, you want to keep on doing, and keep on giving. Merci beaucoup. Asanteni sana. Muchas gracias. Asanteni. I will see you in the next video. Zikomo. Adios. Okay. Kwaherini. I love you so much for always coming to Janet Rangi. Even this early you came to watch. And I love you so much. Who is that? Mr. Pedro. Thank you so much, Janet. We are going to Canada. We are going to America. Yes. Just like the whole world. Just like the whole world. That is what Janet wants for all of us. Okay? Okay. Thank you so much. Who is that? Gigi. Thank you. This one is like, thank you so much, Janet. Okay? I hope I delivered. I didn't see any questions. But I like you because, you know, even if you don't ask the questions, I know, you know, Janet will come back with the next topic and you'll be waiting. Okay? Okay, someone, Arab Ngeni says, I totally agree on lab technicians in America. I know 2 Kenyans in Texas who got a green card through lab tech job. Thank you for sharing. And that's why we do this video. I love you, Mr. Arab. Yes. Charlotte, I love this. Charlotte is a cute name. I thought it was British. I didn't know there were people called Charlotte. Boaz Donalds. Wow, we are going to Canada. Yes, yes, yes. That's what Janet does. And if you want help, you just go to janetrangi.com, okay? The numbers are there, the emails are there, okay? But the good news these days, people know they can't get Janet until they get consultation. It has come down to that. But it gives me time with my people. Okay. Yes. There she goes. I'm leaving. You know which engine that is. Today I'm going to spare my people. I'm not going to say which engine is this. I'm just going to close this and close the other thing there. You know, that is it. That is it. Thank you very much. I love it, love technologists. I'm coming to you this week. If you don't hear from me, you better just come and book an appointment. I take you to Canada. Stop wasting time. Stop wasting time. Speed is everything. Thanks, Janet, Catherine. Who is that? Gibbs. Thanks. Scholarships for kids who recently got Form 4 results. Charlotte, you will have to watch my videos on how people pay for fees, okay? Then the scholarships come in, okay? Scholarships sometimes can be tricky. Sometimes they want people that have A-, you know, A+. If you are that kind, okay, we can get you a scholarship, don't worry. So wonderful. I'm preparing for NCLEX. Yes, Gibbs, congratulations, and we wish you all the best with the NCLEX exams, okay? I see some comments, which is very interesting. Okay, all right. Someone says they are inviting other friends. Wish me a happy birthday, Janet. Boaz Donors, happy birthday to you. How old are you now? Thank you so much. Okay, Bernard, even you've been mentioned. Bernard made sure to tell the friends that you've been mentioned. Brand Kibet, thank you so much. Thanks, Janet, for the inspiration. Big love. See you. V8 engine, yes. Mercedes Benz. I didn't say that. It's Bernard. Brian, you're the one who said it was a Mercedes. Me, I did not say. Why did you tell people it's a Mercedes? I didn't say anything. I did not. Okay, I did not say anything. It's Brian. Blame Brian. Bye, Brian. See you. Have a good day. I love you, Brian. Okay, and everyone else for coming. Okay, I'll see you in the next video. Chris, how about doctors? I will talk about doctors. They come here in plenty. Yes, they do. Through J1 visa. Okay. All right. Thank you, guys. Bye. See ya. Bye. Watching from Houston. Oh wow, Carol, thank you so much from Houston. Beautiful. Thank you for coming and thank you for watching, and tell our people how you went to Houston. Florence, how can I get that employer? Where? You spoke about janetrangi.com. That janetrangi.com changes lives. It's just that many of you, and I don't blame, even me, I watch people on YouTube, they say their website and I never care to go. But me, 20 years ago, me, 10 years ago, me, before I got these opportunities, I am going to search for that website. Okay, my brother did clinical med. He's struggling to go work in Canada. I hope information gonna help. janetrangi.com. How about lecturers? janetrangi.com. Okay, before I go, let me open the garage a little bit. I don't want to suffocate, okay? Because the engine is on. Spare me with the noise, okay? I'm a teacher graduate. J1. Janet Rangi has taught teachers. They are here in America in plenty. Since Janet Rangi came on the scene, they just don't tell you they are here. They are on J1 visas, earning very well. J1 for 5 years. Yes, they do come. Yeah, so this is what I wanted to say, okay? There are 2 ways of getting to Janet, or for succeeding on this page. Oh, the day you'll talk about doctors, talk about teachers too. I'm a primary school teacher. By the way, I've talked about if you just go J1, by the way, these videos are down here. If you scrub, I understand you like fresh ones. Okay? How can I get a visitor visa? Okay, exactly. You can choose to watch Janet, and maybe if you don't have money, you don't have anything, you've never heard these things, no one had told you Janet Rangi exists. No one has even ever told you that Janet came to Kenya and went to Jeff Koinange, went to NTV, went to Nation Papers. She was shouting on the mountain rooftops, and you just never knew her. But now you are meeting her for the first time. And then she has taught people. People even go on YouTube, and now they've become researchers, chief researchers, because of this one. Don't take that for granted. Even you going on YouTube and doing that research, chief architect, okay? You have to do research. You have to watch people. You have to watch what the whole world is doing. So there are those 2 ways. You're meeting Janet for the first time. Watch all her videos. You can maybe take 5 weeks or 3 months watching my videos and writing notes, because some of them are very boring. Some of them you'll be very bored. Some of them you'll be entertained. Some of them it will take you time before you find the point. That is one way. Okay, until you find what you are looking for, and then you continue searching, do everything, and find a way with you, something opens up. Number 2, you can just take a shortcut and say, hey Janet, I know I trust you, okay? And just come to me and pay a consultation and just go take a shortcut. But what I cannot do, which I used to do for 5 years, right now I'm really struggling to find schools for people who have not done some requirements. You know, after the pandemic, it became competitive. Every school I go, they want ways. If they don't want ways, they want English. If they don't want English, they want credential evaluation ways, GRE, GMAT. Like there's just something putting it, or the class is online. So there are few applications. So I'm starting to really become a little bit strict with the kind of applications I take. Okay, but yeah, so things were easier, but they've gotten a little bit strict in my opinion, because now, especially universities, and universities take time, and sometimes clients can be impatient because they have their own schedule instead of university schedule. So that can be tricky. But now, you know, with time I'm learning how to do therapy, counseling, explain to people the processes. Like, you know, when you apply to a university, this is a very big worldwide university, so we cannot hurry the university. Okay. Number two, for you to have a chance, especially if you are looking for schools that offer loans, you might have to invest more, which means you might have to do IELTS, you might have to do credential evaluation, you might have to do a little bit more, because these schools that give loans, they are competitive. So they already have enough students from America, for your information. So for you as an international student, you have to be a cream, kind of. You know, like you have to put in more effort so they can give you admission. Okay, so I'm starting to screen very carefully. Okay, sometimes it's not worth my time if I take a very difficult case and I don't deliver. Community colleges, I never fail to deliver. Okay, English programs, I never fail to deliver. That is just the truth. But universities, I'm being very, very careful. So just because you came to Janet, do not expect that, you know, you'll get the results. No, I'm learning the hard way, because sometimes I can be awake until 2, 3 in the morning. I have schools, don't get me wrong, that I work with, but I can't place people in the same schools. You know, and I try to combine different countries here and there because they have to go to different embassies. So I'm very smart the way I do it. But there are some, I can be I work until 2 in the morning. But you still find the student not appreciating. And sometimes you find, like, if I stay at work, extra time, I can make that money quicker than getting it from you. I'm just being honest. So I have to be careful with my time. I have to be careful with my profession. I have to be careful with my brand, okay? But I'm trying. Universities success rates between 89 and 91%, which I consider very high, by the way. I consider that very, very high. A few I have struggled. A few I've gotten regrets. But I believe if we put in the... Going forward, I want it to be 100%. I will advise accordingly, okay? I'll advise. And plus, now I have enough help. These days, you try calling Janet, you'll find me. Please. I'm no longer the Janet. You don't pick phone calls. No. I said, I'm not going to accept that. I'm not going to accept that kind of... no, that's not Janet. Me, I'm a very professional person. Okay? Okay? How much is consultation? janetrangi.com. And I believe that person that wants it will go there. That's why I'm never worried. The person that doesn't go there, they are not going to come for consultation anyway. I've been doing these tips for long. I'm so experienced that some things don't bother me. If I say janetrangi.com, believe you me, the person that wants to go to Canada, the person who knows what they want, they will go there. And I see them every day. Okay, hey Janet, I got rejected first for B1, B2, but she didn't give me a reason though. How long should I wait before going again? Oh, sorry. So that's, and I'm going. I didn't mean to keep this video. This was about Canada, but of course it turned out to be America too, because you know when you are with Janet, you're in America. I have to remind some people that you're in America. So B1, B2, the problem is now, unless it's an emergency lining up. So the question of how long doesn't even make sense. Do you see? Am I making sense? Like the next time you book, you just go and book again, because it's going to maybe be 1 or 2 years from now, which is sad. But guess what? I think they are going to improve those services, and they are going to improve the backlog, and hopefully those 2 years or 1 year will come down to 6 months or 3 months waiting period, okay? alternatively change your position to Canada. But the answer, given if we did not have those waiting periods, the answer is this, okay? You can go even the next day depending on why they denied you. But when you go back to the embassy, the question they always ask, what has changed? They like asking that, what has changed? And I've just done a video last week. What has changed by paying attention to the previous appointment? What questions were asked? Were the questions about why you are going there? Why that event? Who is inviting you? Do you have family there in America? Meaning, do you have family here? Like, how are you going to pay for that trip? Why now? Why do you want to travel? Like, pay attention to the questions, because whatever questions they asked, they typed the answers you gave. And if they did not give, this is my study, my research has shown me, anyone coming to America on a temporary visa has the intent of coming and never going back. So they assume like that. Everyone walking in that window, they've been told, assume that is their intent. And when you're here, you will know why. You can stay if you want. So they say, whether they explain to you or they just hand over the pink slip, they're just basically telling you that you did not convince them that your intent is to come and going back. So basically it's your intent. Your intent was not clear. You did not convince them that your goal was to come for graduation. You did not convince them that your goal was to come for that wedding and go back. You did not convince them that your goal was to come for that conference and go back. So now if you try next time, paying attention to what they asked. And watching Janet's videos, and you know, every person that comes, this is one thing I've come to know. And this one I know. Everyone that I've coached for the embassy. And I'm not lying. The concerns I raised, they came up in the embassy. That tells me something. I kind of know what they are looking for now at this level. If I see a problem and I say it, people come back and say that's what they told me. Okay? All right. Again, sometimes you can go watch me on YouTube and watch other YouTubers and me here on Facebook and think you know. But again, from experience, I do general videos and they've helped thousands. Don't get me wrong. But there are some things that are very individual. Your situation, your money, finances, the reason of travel, your past history, there's something that is unique on every person that I meet. I can't explain it. And if you think you can go as a generalization and think you're week, okay, I'll see you. I'll try and do more videos so that Facebook can start reviving me. Kind of Facebook has started forgetting me. They want me to put in more effort, okay? And I recognize I need to do that, okay? All right, guys. See you. Thank you so much for following. Bye-bye.